Hey, AP Gov kids. I am coming to you live from my basement, and I am unfortunately not able to do an icon with my face in the corner down here like I was hoping, because the first computer I tried wasn't working well with the audio. So anyway, we're gonna give it our best, so at least you can hear me. Hopefully your sound is up and hopefully the audio is working well for this. But welcome to this unprecedented time in our country and our world amidst a pandemic. We are going to try and tackle e-learning or learning from a distance through online means. So the first thing I want to let you guys know is that we met as a staff a few days ago and went over some just procedures to make things streamlined for you guys so that everything is as simple as it hopefully can be. The first thing being that most of your teachers will be posting under classwork new topics every day called e-learning. And so for Monday, March 23rd, you can see right here is where we have our first topic with some assignments here. So for AP Gov, notice that this is where your video is, which you are currently watching, I would hope. And then underneath learning target and agenda, this is kind of your go-to to help you understand like what it is that you are required or being assigned to do for that day. So today's learning target is to analyze the War Powers Resolution by completing an at-home FRQ, as well as review for our test over the executive branch, which will be chapters 12 and 14 from your textbook, covering the presidency and the bureaucracy. So the first thing on the agenda is to watch this video, which you are already checking off, check mark, cool. Number 2 says do the FRQ and complete it. Try only to spend 20 to 25 minutes max on it, because that's about the time that you would be pacing yourself on the AP exam if we end up having it, which as of right now, it is still on. There hasn't been any cancellation of the AP exams. I have no idea what's going to happen with that. But I will keep you guys updated as quickly as I get updates. Once you're done with the FRQ, turn it in. Number 4 says get connected to quizzes / complete the quizzes review. This one, for some reason, might not show up in the rest of your materials. Notice all of these things are gray right now and it says draft over here. I haven't posted them yet because I didn't want to overwhelm you guys until Monday came. That sounded bad. I didn't want to be overwhelming by posting this before Monday actually came. So anyway, here's your FRQ. Once you click on it, it should make a copy for you. The review assignment to play this quizzes. Notice there's nothing in here yet. I'm going to try and put the link in there, but quizzes is kind of a newer resource for me, and I have not necessarily mastered the remote side of it when I'm assigning it to you guys instead of playing it live like we would with Kahoots. So with this quizzes, you do need to go over to your stream and click on this link to join my class in AP Government. And then it'll just ask you to confirm your name and you can edit it there. I don't think you need to put your parents' email in there. It's optional. I don't think it's necessary. And then once you click accept invite, it'll say, great, you have joined the AP Government class. And then from here, when I assign the game to you guys, you should be able to either have a code or it should bring you right to your quizzes. It's a 21 or 22 question quiz to help review for the test, which we'll be having tomorrow. So the quizzes assignment will probably show up in your stream because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to classrooms. So just be aware of that. The other thing is your last assignment once you're done with the FRQ and quizzes review is really just to comment on this question. So when you see the question mark in there, some of you guys may have used these in other classes. but really it's just like a discussion springboard type of option. And I'd like everyone to comment on here so I know that you guys are all capable and you have the technology glitches figured out and that kind of thing. So you either should post a question in terms of like anything that you have questions on, how this learning online is going to look. If you have a glitch trying to get to quizzes or you have some sort of troubleshooting questions, let me know. If you have just bigger questions about the situation at hand, anything is fair game there. If you don't really have a question, go ahead and just share some sort of update on how you guys have been faring during this coronavirus situation. Whether it's a story of what you've maybe experienced, maybe going to the grocery store and seeing empty shelves, that kind of thing, or maybe just some ideas of how we can pass the time or things that you have done during the break so far, etc., etc. Just know on this one, your post is public and you can reply to each other if you'd like, though it's not required. And then you can also edit your answer if you find that you had a typo or you wanted to change something about it. And this will be a 5-point assignment just to make sure that we all have the capability to comment on there. We kind of can learn that system. So a couple other notes. The weekly plans are updated, so take a look at those. Notice that for March, if you scroll down, last Friday, well, it could be 2 Fridays ago for you now as you're watching this video, but remember we had the bureaucracy of a pizza lesson and you were to finish reading chapter 14, which was the bureaucracy. And then today is the 23rd and there's your agenda. Tomorrow we will be doing kind of like an at-home test. And then from then on, we will start a short unit on interest groups. So just know that this is a great tool for you guys to be looking at, or a resource. And then every day you should have a new topic in AP Gov titled e-learning with a date behind. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that every day when you have assignments that are to be completed for that day, the deadline for all teachers has been communicated with us as 11:59 p.m. So for today, watching this video, tackling all of the things on this agenda will be due at midnight tonight. And since it's just the very first day of this, of course, I will be very flexible. If you have internet issues, if you have any sort of other problem trying to navigate all of these things, feel free to send me an email. I am happy to help out with that. I'm hoping that most of you guys do have good internet and your Chromebooks are working okay, or else you have other computers that you can use to get through this e-learning stuff. And then last thing before I let you guys go, just know if you have any sort of materials at school that you forgot to get, please make sure you call the school Monday at some point during like business hours, 7 to 4. Mrs. Mahoney, as well as a few other people, will be at school on Monday to let kids in to grab things from their lockers, get materials, and that kind of thing. So if you guys have questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I hope you have an awesome day. Try to also engage in some self-care, stress relief types of things. Maybe do some drawing or painting, go on a walk, etc., etc. So with that, we will talk to you hopefully tomorrow, and happy I don't know what I was going to say there. Happy working as you guys navigate this day. All right.